Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Direct go. Playing some more Blastermaster. This is Blastermaster Zero, which was, I believe, released on like Switch and PC and a few other things. And this is Area 3, the Industrial Zone. We have the ability to break blocks because of our crusher power that we got in the last zone, so we can shoot through these. I was expecting that to do better than it did. It's okay. Getting accidentally shooting, or keep getting diagonal shots by accident there. So we're gonna go ahead and check out this first cave here. We are super low on gunpowder. We did get an upgrade last time that gives you a guard for that, and what that does is it gives you basically temp invulnerability. Or not invulnerability, you still lose health, but basically the first hit you take each dungeon doesn't lower your gun power, which is really important, because it means it's a lot easier to preserve unless you take damage. Basically, unless you take a lot of damage all at once. If you can take a hit and then get to safety while your shield recharges, it's kind of the Halo model of combat, where you're gonna be able to, you know, recharge your shield after. We're gonna have to. There we go. So this one, this little room, you may notice there's no transmission signal in the top right corner. That's because there's no item, no mini boss in this area. It's just a little recharge room to get your gun power up. That is kind of more like what the original game was for a lot of the rooms. In this particular case, it's a really neat way to address that, in my opinion. You can see there's a conveyor belt on the wall, which is a great little piece of foreshadowing as to the type of thing we're going to have later as far as mobility options go. And one of the reasons I love Blastermaster is the weird, cool mobility options that you don't really see in a lot of other games. So these yellow ones, or the yellow ones of those, go back into place. Of the conveyors. The green ones are the ones that stay locked once you've opened them. We don't have the map yet. This feels like a good route. Maybe. I'm guessing there's a light tower somewhere. Crap. Okay. There we go. Once again, I love the way that these platforms work. It's a little annoying. Sometimes you have to like sit there and mess with them for quite a long time. But especially this little section right here has this really cool dynamic with it where you can kind of a how high do you want to let it get as you're crossing back and forth thing. As well as just being able to use the same obstacles like this repeatedly. That's kind of annoying because you start going off the side right away. That was a really narrow jump. Nice. This is another not. Looks like another non-essential room, so I'm gonna assume we're gonna find something here that we don't necessarily need. I guess we'll see. That's awful. Yeah, just another recharge room. Okay. I feel like we missed something early on that we could have maybe gotten. Maybe down and right was the map. I guess we'll find out. Oh. What's Chip doing in a place like this? One of the other neat things. A lot of the one of the things they added in is there are bosses you fight with the tank. which is really cool. Got a few shots off on each time. That's really all you can do. That was really bad on my part. Apparently I should have just been using homing missiles the whole time. I assumed they would break on the shell. So, we got the power for this stage, which is our first mobility power. And we can do some more exploring while we backtrack. The backtracking part of this is going to be a little annoying, but that's okay. So, this feels like a really short world by comparison to some of these other ones. Mostly because we took a really direct route, it looks like. I'm guessing there's some side stuff if we go down. Is there... It almost looks like there's a down in this room. I don't think there was, though. I want to say it's this one. So we went up. Yeah, we missed this door. Which I'm gonna take a wild guess and say is, what? Oh. Yeah, which I'm gonna take a wild guess and say is gonna be, related to, or is gonna give us the map. So that damage we took a life, but we also didn't lose any gunpowder as a result, which is important. Mini boss. The obliteration lasers. Ah. This is going terribly. Okay, then. Apparently we were using the wrong power. That was really lame. Flash bomb. Which lets us do the other room we didn't explore. Good to know. Yeah, if we didn't have a flash bomb for this, we would have been in a bit of trouble. Find out if there's anything worthwhile in this. Again, no radar blip, which is implies to me that that might not be the, or that might not be an issue. May not be anything actually in here. Hey, it's a map that I wish I had earlier. And apparently we get to walk out. So, lack of consistency there's a little annoying. I feel like that should have had a radar blip, it should have had a indicators, should have had and it should have transported back out instantly unless there was a second item in here or something. That feels like a missed opportunity. Now that we have the map, did we seriously miss? Oh, we didn't have a way to get up there though. I don't think. So that's a one-way. And we can't get over to the left there yet. I'm not sure what the one over in the top is, so I guess we'll just start heading back. Yeah, level 3 in the original Blaster Master is much longer. It feels like one of the longer stages generally to me. And this redesign of the map is a lot shorter, which is okay, especially because you have this trip afterwards. So this is one of the neat things. Now that we have hover, we're actually getting to go back into Worlds 1 and 2. Sub-weapons recharge slowly. Sub-weapons recharging also makes hover a lot more useful in this game. In the old game, you had to literally sit there and farm for hover if you ran out, and it was really obnoxious. Sub-weapons also didn't have a shared meter between all of the powers, so that was a thing. I like the fact that charge time on that's pretty short. Gotcha, life up. So it's a non-essential. Okay. We'll see how OCD I get later. We're gonna have to go back to world or through this area one more time, so I think I may just wait until we've got everything. Can't remember if you eventually get like a fast travel system or not also. Those worms so much. Okay, back to World 1. And this is when you notice that World 1 has a huge map above that first area. Dun, 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 dun. I have a problem that involves Blaster Master music. I'm gonna see if I can fill in that square because it's driving me crazy. There we go. You do have to be careful not to accidentally overuse hover at times. Oh. I thought this was going to be a quick way back. Apparently it was just a recharge. That's weird. So, speaking of music, I hadn't mentioned the soundtrack for the last two stages. I just mentioned it on the first one. And part of the reason for that is the second and third levels are a lot more divergent from the original soundtrack. This one's literally a remix of the first one. The second and third ones, they have threads of the same music, but they're very different as far as the overall track goes. So there's platforms here. This is the very beginning of the game. And I believe this is where the map fulfillment OCD gets really obnoxious because there's literally nothing over here. They just put a bunch of maps, empty map space in. Again, we're going to have to go back through this area later. So I'm gonna wait until we have... I think we get sub-weapon upgrades and stuff, so we'll have more hover. Fred signal again? Where's it coming from? Looks like it's pretty far away. The glacier area. Let's make our way over there. Okay. So... entered Area 4. This is the thing that made me fall in love with this game. The concept of this game is so different than any other game of its era. The NES game, that is. And basically kind of helped create the Metroidvania genre. After you beat World 3, you backtrack to the very beginning of the game to use a new power you've unlocked to explore something new, which is really cool, really unique, and kind of transcends that genre a little bit. So, yeah, we're gonna take a break here at Area 4. Hopefully you're still enjoying. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one.